Hey, and welcome everyone to January 2026. I'm Dr. Stephanie Ardrey, known as Dr. Money, and I am going to share part of the journey that I lead each day, but I'm going to share it with you this year, chapter 26. We're going to go through the mindset muscle building process that's based upon A Course in Miracles. So I thought it might be nice to have a conversation each day about the lesson for the day, and that would do two things. One, that would ensure that I spend time each day and share what it is I'm doing with the lessons, because although I spend the time each day, I tend to do it in private and I keep the lessons to myself. Then, when I'm speaking to people and I want to educate them and encourage them to start developing their mindset muscles, they're like, well, where should we begin? It's so much. You have so many things that you study and dedicate yourself to. Where can we begin? So I thought this year we're going to share several of the tools that I use. But one of the tools that has become foundational in this process has been A Course in Miracles. So before I jump ahead into the course and the lesson for today, the course itself, I've had an interesting backstory with. So I'm going to share even how the spiritual guidance to the course happened for me. A Course in Miracles is put out by the Foundation for Inner Peace. The Foundation for Inner Peace is located in the US. It's a Bay Area based organization. To me, when I was introduced to the course, I bought the book, but it took many years before I actually completed the course. I remember in July of 2003, I wrote Journey Towards Inner Peace, Fulfillment, Happiness, and Love. And then I started, but didn't finish because things started shifting. I entered again December of 2005, and I wrote, I searched for this book to finally study. I'm on a new journey towards love. And then I stopped and came back. February of 2009, I wrote, It's time. Wow, the year took its own turn. I filed for divorce. I moved back home to Orange County. I was laid off from the role that I was fulfilling and more. And then it came again. January 1st of 2010, I wrote, I began again. But it was finally January 1st of 2023 that I wrote, I completed the challenge to consume this content. Now I journey again through chapter 23 and what manifestation means to me. Hallelujah. Let's go. January 1st, 2022 was a year before, and I wrote, I began to complete the course this year. I completed 95% of the course this year. Powerful. So January 22nd, January 1st of 2022 was before January 1st of 2023. And then July of 2025, I wrote, I live in Jamaica. I live daily seeking the guidance this book offers. I have joy, peace, and love. My work produces 10x returns on investment consistently. And so here we are again, January 1st, 2026. I began again praying for consistency. 365 days, mind, body, and soul alignment. And I'm sharing. So the course is broken into two parts. There's a workbook that begins to educate you on the foundational thoughts of the course, reorienting your mind towards the truth. I'm going to focus on just lesson number one for today and what that lesson presents, the exercise. So there's a workbook part, and that's what we're going to focus on. That's what we're going to go through this year. We're going to grow through it together. And for lesson number one, let's see, there's a lot here. I'll give you the intro in case you haven't gone through. Basically, the course is a theoretical foundation that provides a framework. Uh, this goal is to help you retrain your mind to take in information and to align your thoughts with the truth. Each day you have exercises to complete, and you do one exercise a day for 365 days. There's a different exercise. And the basic goal is to train your mind in a systematic way to a different perception of everyone and everything. And what this does is it allows you to see things differently. And when you see things differently, you believe things differently. And with that foundational belief, you behave differently. So it's a building process. So, lesson number one says, nothing I see in this room or in this environment means anything. And so you take the time to look around and see that none of the things that you're viewing mean anything. And so the things like a table, a chair, what it is around you, none of it means anything. And the purpose of this exercise is just to help you recognize that the things don't mean anything. Our minds are meaning making machines, and we quickly jump from facts to making things mean things based upon our beliefs. But because our minds do this so often in an instant, we never stop to question if it's true what we've made things mean. And that can be in relationships, that could be in experiences. And unfortunately, what happens is when you don't take the time to question if what you're making things mean and the accuracy of those meanings, then you begin to take on behaviors that form behind the beliefs. And before you know it, you're living a life based upon all of these flawed assumptions. And as a result of that, just like we've said in computers and other things, junk in, junk out. If you put in the wrong beliefs and you produce the wrong behaviors, then you're probably going to end up with the wrong outcomes. So, the first day of January in 2026, you have an opportunity to make a decision to change what you associate meaning to by first recognizing that you've associated meaning to things that may not have that meaning. You've been socialized to believe that it means those things. What if your socialization is incorrect? What if the behaviors that are based upon the beliefs that you hold, what if they're incorrect? What if they're incorrect? So for me, the course, if anyone has experienced a training called Landmark, to me, if Landmark had a textbook, a course in miracles would be the textbook that supports Landmark and your growing and learning journey. So I'll see you again on lesson number two, and let's begin anew this chapter 26 by building our mindset muscle based upon the teachings, the lessons in A Course in Miracles. So let's do it. This is day one. We have 364 more to go. Let's start it and see what we can produce by just establishing this foundation on consistency. I'll see you again tomorrow. And thank you for joining me.